weather it's got a little scary out there, especially if you're coming down the hill. So thank you for taking time to come here. If you don't know who I am, I'm Amanda Barndorf. I'm the District 4 County Supervisor. I also want to, we also have our Public and Rec Commissioner Richard here tonight with us as well. And then we also have the county CEO in the room and among county staff. So we're all, afterwards, if you have any questions, please seek us out, and we're happy to answer any questions you have. I kind of wanted to explain why we're here. So we're here to go over what the county-wide master plan is going to be. So what the Board of Supervisors has decided to do was to do research with public feedback on what is out there, what it needs, what it wants, and put that together and come up with a comprehensive plan county-wide to bring back to the Board of Supervisors to work on providing those wants and needs and support the current assets across the county for the public to use. And we've hired the lovely individuals to come in and, as the words of the CEO, have an unbiased opinion to help us put that together. So there will be meetings across the county over the next couple of weeks. So if you know individuals that missed tonight, there are other opportunities for them to show up in other parts of the county to participate. It's the same presentation, the same input, and there's also a survey that you can also take if you're not able to do that online as well as an email for public comment too. So that's where we're at, and we're hopeful that with the public input, we can come up and the collaboration with the Public and Rec Commission, we can come up with a plan that we can really bring Public and Rec to the forefront for not just everyone that lives here, but also for those that come and visit and enjoy the beauty of this county. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to the consultant, and then we'll kick off the presentation.
Thank you, Amanda. Okay, to introduce myself, we're Odell. We're park planners. My name is Karen, and this is Tink. We're here to share with you what the Parks Master Plan is all about and guide you to providing as much input as you can so that we can have a very successful Parks Master Plan. Part of that is hearing from you in the survey, hearing from you in the interactive boards at the end. What I am hoping is that you can hold all questions till the end, because the presentation might actually answer any questions, and it also is good to talk one-on-one as well and hear your personal concerns or thoughts, needs, and whatever. So with that, let's get started. I'm going to do a quick overview of the agenda for tonight. We'll start with just what is a master plan, Parks Master Plan, what we're preparing, the document we're preparing, and what it's used for. Then we'll talk a little bit about the timeline schedule for the project, a little bit about the county. Some of you know the county very well, and some have just moved here, so there's a little bit of kind of a snapshot. Then we'll have a little bit of interactive polling. So you may want to log into the Wi-Fi to prepare for that. It's really fun to do, but it doesn't take the place of the other things that we're doing. This is just one way for us to get your input. And then we will talk about what the next steps are, specifically the survey itself, and then we'll have what I call a walkabout, and that's when we can all get up, chat amongst ourselves, look at the interactive boards. We have boards that you can put dots on, the sports or gathering places, water sports that you like, whatever activities you like for recreation, as well as a few boards where you can really share your thoughts. There's post-it notes that you can write whatever you think about the topic. So there's 4 boards that ask you a question, and then you can write your answers on the post-it notes. If you don't have to write anything, but if you have a thought specific to the question, it's helpful. This is all kind of giving a taste of what is in the survey, and so if you want to share even more, the survey will give you the opportunity to do that. So again, we'll get started. So the role of parks and recreation. We all love recreation, we all love parks, especially since COVID, we've all learned how important parks are, being out in nature, sports, courts, everything that is involved in being outside, recreating with our families and friends is so important. So that in itself improves our quality of life, our health and well-being. They've done multiple studies on just being out in the green environment, how that helps your blood pressure go down and your health in general. Providing opportunities for building community, that's creating these gathering spaces, much like the gazebo across the street and the little park where people can gather, meet family and friends, meet new people. That's so important. And then also protecting and maintaining our natural resources, the trees and the rivers and the lakes that you have so much here in Calaveras County. So why do we do this? Why do we create this master plan? This is a document that's going to be a guiding planning document for the county for the next 10 years. And it was dictated to be done in the general plan that was adopted, the 2020 general plan. These are just 3 of the COS things that were in the general plan. That was to maintain an inventory of the parks. So we've already done that. There's 5 parks that are owned by the county. We just found out that there's a 6th one, kind of a little pocket park that we'll be checking that out too. And then to adopt a master plan. So that's what we're preparing right now, is this master plan document. And thirdly, to pursue funding and support for local parks. So the master plan, the Parks Master Plan will provide that opportunity. It helps. This research and assessment that we are doing will support applications for grants, a lot of different funding opportunities. And we'll also, I'll go into a little bit more later, but we'll also be looking at funding options for the county, whether it's developer fees or park fees or grant opportunities. So that's a lot of what we're doing. So most important is the survey for the needs assessment that's a part of this. And so this is kind of our trail. Our little squirrels are taking a little walk. We have the project kickoff that we did a few months ago. We've been doing the research. So we research trends in recreation, what's really hot now and what people are not really doing anymore. We assess the park conditions, so we've gone out to each of these parks and looked at, everything from the benches and the drinking fountains to the fields to see what kind of condition they're in. Do they need work? Are they in perfect condition and don't need anything? So we have like a whole survey sheet that we fill out and we document that data. And then the next is community outreach, which starts with the survey that was out last week. I'm happy to report we already have 174 responses. So, so if you want to be one of them, as soon as we're done, you can either go online or grab a survey out there and make sure if you do a handwritten one that you hand it to somebody from the county or to one of us so that we can input the data. Then we continue doing research on recreation trends. We look at California state recreation, national trends. We look at trends in sports and fitness, and then the county trends as well. What does the county do? And this is where the survey really helps us, because your county is different than another county in that you have horse trails, you have lakes, you have a lot of things other groups don't have, other communities. So we want to hear what's important to you. Then we take all this information and we do our analysis and our assessment, and we just keep looking at it, and we also have a financial advisor, funding wizard that can look at all the grants available, see what's appropriate for Calaveras County, and he'll put together a whole section on just how do we pay for these things. Then we put all this together in a draft Parks Master Plan, which is a document that's pretty thick, and we'll give it to the county to review. They'll let us know if there's any gaps, any holes that we, something that we didn't know about, maybe some bike trail that, that we missed. So they'll have a draft to review. And then once that's reviewed, we revise it, and then it goes to the Board of Supervisors for approval. After that, the county has that document as a planning document. They'll have a plan, like a checklist of things that they can do, things that the community wants them to do, and then those funding options on how to pay for it. So with that, we'll go to the goals. So very quickly, these are just 4 of the goals. We want to hear from the community about park and recreational needs and what the priorities are, what you love to do. Then we develop the best practices and some design guidelines specific to this community. We consider, as I mentioned before, current and future trends, state, local, Calaveras County, national. And then we create the path for the future, which is our Parks Master Plan. This is our schedule, our timeline. We started in September. We've been doing a lot of research and data collection. October, December, we've met with the supervisors. We've met with Parks and Recreation, so that's part of our community outreach. We started the survey last week, so we are kind of in the middle of it now. We had meetings yesterday and today. We'll have more next week. And then the week after that. So another 3 weeks. The survey will close in April, the end of April, and then we'll be able to just go with the assessment. So for those of you that may not know this, I wanted to share the districts. We have a county population of over 45,000. That's the 2020 census. We have 5 districts. So we'll be having these public meetings in each district, because each district is different in some ways or other, alike as well. We have Parks and Recreation Commission, and we also have many diverse parks. I've been told this by several people that we have the 5 or 6 county-owned parks, but there's a slew of other recreational opportunities here, from Big Trees to the lakes to CCWD property to San Andreas and Angels Camp. All throughout the county, there's additional opportunities for parks and recreation. So we're taking a look at that. We've done the inventory on the 6 county-owned parks, and we'll be looking at county-owned land as well that we do here, and we've looked at some of these very, very popular parks that are not owned by the county. These are the 5 that we started with. Nielsen Park, Alex Q, Mountain Ranch, Railroad Flat, and Murphy's Community Park. So these are the ones that are owned by the county. They are managed by others. Some of them veterans groups, some of them are nonprofits, but these are the 5 that we did our inventory. So next, we're going to go into this interactive polling. We're going to be asking you questions, and as you answer them on your smartphone, you'll see the results on the screen. So I'm going to turn it over to Ting now. This is kind of a go through how to get your phone set up.
Yeah, so we just want to do some interactive polling today, just to get your mind thinking about recreation and whatnot. So there are 2 ways to join. So either you go to the poll everywhere link on the left, or just text the word Odell with that number, and it's going to prompt you in different ways. So hopefully, you're going to see your screen and the images on the screen here. So I'll just give you a moment to try to log in
And if there's anybody that doesn't have a phone that wants to participate, I can walk by and get your input. Just raise your hand.
So if you do the texting message way, the questions won't appear. You're just going to have to add it in your answers in 1 word. So if it's a baseball field, put that in 1 word, no space. So that's just the version for the texting. So I'll give you a couple minutes to just get you settled.
Does anybody need help with this? It should look like 1 of the 2 on the screen. Yes. So you can go to the browser, Safari or Google, or you can go to your text. I prefer going to my browser. So now you start a new text. So do you have a browser that you use it? You just use Safari, Firefox, or?
I might just go start the first question. If somebody might be ready. So hopefully this is strong. Okay, sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to text. Because I'm getting old.
So a lot of you guys know Downtown Park.
Is this the same service? Oh, I'd love to participate, but it's the same as the survey.
Well, so you visited,
Thanks for asking.
so did you get on the text? And then you are now part of,
Winter parking.
and then when they do the next question, you'll get the next.
I already know that. Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, you can just go back. So there's nothing you need to do yet.
Yeah, they can do that. But I mean, so cheap. Yeah, so.
I see, it was just.
Okay, seems like more yet to know. We'll just go to the next one. If you type in a word in text, just remember to have no space in between and just type in.
So what are your favorite activities to do in a park? And you need to input the word, if it's baseball, one word, if it's pickleball, one word. Walking your dog would be dog walk, one word.
So as you add the words in,
And then if you see the screen, your answer shows up.
Can you just more than one?
And you can put in as many words as you want.
They just all have to run together.
Sorry?
Sorry, they all just have to run together.
You have to, there's no gaps. Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you keep it putting separate text, if you keep text doing separate text, or
You do separate texts, like you do softball, and then you do pickleball, or dog walk, picnic, fishing. Eat is a good one. I like to eat.
Cool, this is a good amount of activities. Okay. That's good. All right, let's move on to the next one. So sport courts or fields you'd like to see more of. Cool, we got a good list of responses. Right, one last question. I'm gonna do this again. What kind of park amenity would you like to see more of? So these are like picnic tables, disc golf, baseball field, restrooms, shade structures, things like that. A lot of answers coming in. So hopefully these questions are giving you a little taste of what we're going to ask of the survey. You know, make sure, like, you know, put in your inputs and your top 5 favorites. Make sure to answer them. We'll really take those into account. I'm just gonna stop it here. There's a lot, but do put that all in the survey as well. So going back to the PowerPoint. So when we gather all your input and feedback from the survey, from the community meetings, from the boards, we'll aggregate them into our park master plan document, and we'll find what your most top favorite, recreational classes you guys all like, and we'll put them into our chart. We'll take counting, so if a lot of you guys want more baseball fields, we'll see that. So it's very important for you guys to like get your friends, people you know, to just take the survey, put in your feedback. It will really help guide us for, how this county's gonna plan for the parks, what kind of recreational classes, programs that you guys are wanting. And so a lot of the data we gather will be quantifiable and we'll really take it into our document. So I'm gonna hand this back to Karen.
Yeah. So with that, that's our presentation. Again, we just want you to take the survey. I'll keep saying it. There's a QR code there, there's a link there. The survey closes April 25th. For now, we'd love for you all to get up and take a look at the boards. The ones over there are really informational, what the parks that we have look like. The ones over here have the dots and the post-it notes that I mentioned earlier. So it's a great opportunity for you to share more of your thoughts there, as well as taking the survey. And if you have any questions, as Amanda mentioned, there's several people here from the county. If you have questions specific to the Parks Master Plan, Ting and I are here to help as well. So this is really our time for our walkabout. Get up and stretch your legs.